loves, welcome back. Today's video is another update on my son Diamond. He is now 7 months old. Before I even get into the whole video, let me just talk about how my son is going to be going to school with kids named Blue Ivy, Northwest, Future, Hendrix. There's going to be a handful of Kings, Kairos, Prince, Duke, Apple, Saint. Congratulations to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West on their new baby Saint, which is so crazy. And guess what? Diamond is gonna fit right in because he's a boy named Diamond, right? Go figure. It's just crazy because when I think about like my generation and all of our names are so common in comparison. There's a bunch of Britneys, Ashleys, Jessicas, Amy, Nick, Brandon, Michael. Those are the names that I think of when I think of my generation. There's plenty more obviously, but like my name is very common, Ashley, go figure. But now with the new generation, like think about going to their high school graduation and sitting there and listening to the principal or whoever read off all the names, and it's just going to be so unique and so different, and it just makes me think about the evolution of us as far as choosing our children's names now opposed to years ago. And then even when we think about like our grandparents, like Hattie Mae, Willa Mae, Sue, Connie, like those names are sort of like, I won't say unheard of because people are still naming their children whatever they want to, but it just shows that like our grandparents' names, our parents' names, our children's names are so much different in many ways. But anyways, I won't bore you guys with that. Diamond is now 7 months old, and I can almost say that he thinks he is a grown man now. He is definitely much more mobile, and so we're gonna start with that. Crawling was the big thing for the month, for his 6 months. He went from around 4 months learning how to scoot, maybe 3 or 4 months where he would lay on his side or like lay on the bed, and he'd use his face and his back 2 feet to sort of push himself a little bit. And then the next month, at month 5, he became a supported sitter, and at month 5 it was almost like he kind of digressed a little bit with his scooting, where he was so focused on sitting up that he forgot that he knew how to scoot, which kind of made me nervous. I didn't want him to be late in learning how to crawl. But as soon as he turned 6 months, it was like he learned how to, I would put him on all fours and sort of practice with him. So I would put him on all fours. Sometimes he would cry, and then I would stop, and then I would try again, and you know, when he's in a good mood, and he'd do what my fiance calls baby twerking, where he's on all fours and he just rock back and forth like it almost looks like he's literally twerking, but he's not. And I read online that is very normal, and that just shows signs that the baby is prepared or ready to start crawling. So for like a week or so, he just did the baby twerk, and he wouldn't move or anything like that, and it kind of made me nervous, like I said, because I wasn't sure of. Say hello. Say hello. It kind of made me nervous because I was, you know, afraid that he wouldn't learn how to crawl on time, but of course he definitely got it. It was almost like when he got it, he just got it. Before he learned how to crawl, he got much better from being like a supported sitter to a full-on sitter in the month of, or in his 6th month. And basically it went from like, if he's on all fours and I kind of would want him to practice, he learned how to sort of push back and go from sitting on all fours to sitting on his bottom. And it was really cool because if I put him down to sit down, he knew how to put himself in all fours. He knew how to put himself in the plank position. He also knew how to put himself like down flat and roll to his back. So for example, if he wanted to get to something, I would like put like some of his favorite toys, you know, a few inches or a few feet away from him and encourage him to crawl. I would put him on all fours, and instead of him trying to crawl, he was nervous, I guess you could say. So he would basically put himself flat and then roll to his back and kind of like shimmy and try to like reach it, like reach his arms out, extend his arms out to like reach whatever it was. So it just showed me that he was growing at his own rate, but he definitely was learning, and yeah, he was definitely a smart kid. He was definitely strategic, which made me really proud. to be his mom. And then once he finally learned how to crawl, I'd say maybe about 6.5 months is when he really got it, because sometimes he would do it and then the next day like he would forget or he would be too scared. So I say about 6.5 months is when he got it, and he hasn't looked back since. So since then, you've been crawling, right? Have you been crawling? I thought that he was going to do the traditional army crawl that I see a lot of babies do, and he definitely didn't. He used his back 2 feet were his main source of like strength, I guess, when he would push. And so here comes Daddy. So we were interrupted by Daddy. Daddy came home from work, huh? You say hi to Daddy? Anyways, I was saying with his crawling, just to wrap it up, he learned how to crawl with his back 2 legs. So it's sort of like he uses his legs to shimmy and kick off, and that's how he crawls. And then he just, you know, follows suit with his front 2, or his, you know, 2 arms or whatever. But it was so cute because once he learned how, it was just like the most like a fish out of water. Like he would just start going, and he was getting places and he was actually doing it, but it was just like so like messy and sloppy, but it was so like perfect and cute at the same time. And within about 2 or 3 days, he kind of tightened it up, and now he's a pro. When he learned how to crawl, we have different textures in our apartment. So of course the bed, he would crawl very well. The carpet, he would crawl very well. Even like our thick plush rug, he would crawl very well. But the tile and the hardwood, he would kind of be nervous for. So it took maybe another week and a half for him to adjust to each floor. So for example, the hardwood was the easiest for him after the carpet and the bed, and then from there the tile in the kitchen was a little bit lighter, so he was able to do that. And then lastly, the tile in our bathroom is like the hardest. It's a very heavy tile, almost like a chocolate marbled type of tile, and that he was very scared for. And I think that's the coldest also. So I also make sure that he always has on socks and some pants. I keep him in like some sweats and some socks, even if when it doesn't match whatever he's wearing for the day, just so that he's comfortable. And I know that when he's on the floor, it's a little bit cooler than above, and also that kind of pads his knees and his feet and his toes so they're not getting all rough and scruffled, right? So along with crawling, what else did we learn how to do? Okay, so in addition to crawling, other things that I was looking for in month 6 were talking, teeth. I think that was it. Teeth, he still has no teeth. When you look at his bottom gums in the center, there is like, it's a little bit swollen, and then he does this, like where he like pushes on his bottom teeth a little bit. So I think they're coming. We're hopeful that they'll be here before the end of the month is out, but no teeth yet. Talking, he does a little bit of babbling a little bit, but he's not talking yet. He doesn't say mama or dada yet. Hair, if you can see, he had a little bit of he has a little bit of a soft spot right here, where like most babies, I guess from sitting down and laying down, it kind of thinned out right there. But it's funny because it started to thin out, look back, and then it instantly started to grow back. So there is peach fuzz there. It's not completely bald, it just has to grow back in to the same length as his hair. I still have the same routine with his hair. He doesn't have much product in it right now, but it's usually just coconut oil and a bit of that Shea Moisture Kids cream that I usually do at night after baths, and then I refresh his curls in the morning with a little bit of water and coconut oil. What else? I still clip his nails every 3 days because they grow so long, and he scratches his face the moment that they grow in. What else? He still co-sleeps with us. Next month we're going to try to focus on getting him out of our bed little by little, which I know will take a few months, but we're going to start making an effort to get him sleeping by himself. Clothes. This shirt right here is a size 6 months, and I don't know if you guys can see, but he's definitely growing out of his 6 months. Around maybe a little bit after Halloween, I got rid of all of his 3-month clothes and he moved to 6 months. And just that quickly, he's out of the 6 months and he's now into the 9 months. You want to talk? So now that he's in 9 months, I got rid of a ton of clothes and pajamas and everything. Shoes, he's a size 3. So he's a big boy. I don't know how much he weighs right now, and I haven't weighed him since his 6-month checkup. If I had to guess, I'd say he's somewhere between 17 and 18 pounds. He's not the heaviest, chunkiest kid, but he's also not the skinniest. Another thing I wanted to add to his crawling, after he started crawling, he also learned how to stand up. Anytime he's near something that he can grab onto, he knows how to stand up really well. And he'll even try to, for example, if we push his pacifier a little bit away, he's going to try and walk over to wherever he wants to get. Of course, holding on to like the edge of the bed or the edge of the couch or whatever he's balancing on, but he's really good at that. Sometimes I'll take and stand him up, and when we go from one room to another, I'll just hold his hands up and he's walking, and he knows how to coordinate and walk from one place to another very well. And he absolutely loves that, so we try to do that a few times out of the day. He spends more time on the floor now than he does like under me or in the bed. I try to keep him, with the exception of course like his naps and his feedings, I try to keep him on the floor or in his playpen as much as possible so that he can learn to just play by himself and get better at crawling and all that good stuff. He's tired. You ready for a nap? Ready for nap time? Bath time, we moved his baths from the kitchen to the big boy bathtub. So now all I do is, I got the idea from It's Judy's Time or It's Judy's Life. She uses the laundry basket with her infants, and you wanted to say something about that? And all I do is I just take and I just warm him a warm bath with some of his lavender bubble bath, and I just put the laundry basket inside of there, and I put him in there with 1 or 2 toys. So far he doesn't really take an interest to the toys in the bathtub. He just likes to splash the water and explore the bubbles, but he really does love those. I still will be able to use his 4 Moms tub in the sink just because it's easier to wash his hair on wash night. We only wash his hair 1 night out of the week. Other nights I just rinse it with the water because his hair is dry. In month six it got much colder here in LA, so I noticed that he now gets ashy. So I have to make sure that during the daytime I lotion his skin very well, in addition to nighttime after his baths. What else? What else do you want to say? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Is that it? That's yours? What else? Am I forgetting something, babe? Diapers, he's still a size 3. I think that he will be out of the 3 soon because they're getting a little tight already. He's only been in them for about a month, and it just seems like he will be in a 4 soon. We usually get his diapers from Costco, the large case, but I think that once he's out of this case, we might have to just try a small pack of 4s to see how they fit, because I think that if we buy another big case of the 3s, he's going to get out of them before we even get to finish them. Activities. He still plays with all of his teething toys. We bought him a toy that it kind of helps him to walk along for Christmas, and we've been trying to see if he would like that. He's not necessarily interested yet. He's more so interested in stuff that he can actually hold and grab, although it does seem like he's getting it's sort of wearing him down. He's starting to get used to that toy. But books, I read to him. I don't read to him every single day just because he doesn't show a big interest in it yet, so I'd say probably about 3 times a week during the day I'll take out a book and read to him. He has the First Words books by Sophie the Giraffe, and he also has the Baby's First Bible. So like if I read the Baby's First Bible to him, it's almost like he can tell a difference in my voice, where he'll like look at me and then he'll look at the book, but then he instantly is like over it and trying to crawl somewhere else. So I still try to make it a part of our routine, but he's not that interested in it yet. He also, like, I sing to him like all throughout the day when we're playing, when he's playing, like, so if he's playing by himself and I start singing, he'll stop and he'll look at me. Sometimes he'll crawl to me and try to like touch my mouth and touch my face, but he does enjoy me singing to him. Sometimes I'll sing nursery rhymes. Sometimes I sing like songs from nursery school, or I'm sorry, Sunday school. Sometimes I will sing like popular like hip-hop songs to him, and he likes all of them. He definitely enjoys it when I sing to him. our homework for this month is to get him talking. I want him to say mama, dada. I've been trying to teach him hi and how to wave. And then when I sing, I kind of try to do the, you know, head nod or head bob while I sing, and, you know, get him to respond to that. So hopefully, slowly but surely, when he's ready, he will learn how to do all of those things. He's learning so much, and he's so into everything and how things work. Like when I open up the cabinets, he's looking and trying to see like, oh, if you push that, it opens. If you pull that, it opens. And so like he remembers, like if I put him down in the room, he kind of remembers, like if he goes in the bathroom, he knows exactly how to go to get to the trash can. If he goes into the walk-in closet, he remembers like, oh, I want to go into the closet and go and grab my mommy's shoe so I can chew on it. So it's great to see that his memory has taken into full effect. And like if he's in the living room, he goes straight for the magazines, or he remembers that under the ottoman, if he pulls under the ottoman, he can get the tags. So he definitely has a good memory, and he's definitely learning. I almost forgot to talk about food. I know that we were doing a cross between baby purees and baby led weaning. Baby led weaning is definitely taking the lead, because purees is just very messy. It's very time consuming. I have to take out the frozen food, thaw it out on the stove because we don't use the microwave for him yet. And then you have to put it into a bowl, put him in the chai chair, put his his bib on, and then he wants to take the spoon from me and he just makes a mess. So it's just easier. He's definitely gotten down packed with eating finger foods. So some of his favorites this month were blueberries, as well as he loves bananas. I bought him the Gerber yogurt bites, as well as the little Cheeto looking things. He loves those as well. Another favorite for him is green beans. I will just boil a few green beans with no seasoning, and throughout the day I'll just give him either green beans or blueberries, and he absolutely loves it. He doesn't really leave a mess, or he doesn't waste them. And usually when he's done, he'll just stop grabbing. So yeah, he eats about 3 times a day. And usually I'll give him a snack or 2 in between, which is what his doctor recommended for 8 months. So now that he is 7 months, we're trying to make that progress. But yeah, I think that's it for baby. You want to add anything else? Are you finished? Something funny is, like, every single thing that he does, I try to dictate and kind of like explain, like, all throughout the day, like what he's doing when he's eating and stuff. So it's funny because he's been pooting, that's nothing new, but it's still funny when he poots. So like sometimes if he's sitting on my lap and he poots, I'll just like pinch his little leg or something, and I'll just be like, you pooted? And he'll crack up and he'll kind of get a little bit shy and like put his head into my face. So it's funny to see, because every time now he poots, he kind of sort of like freezes and looks at me and waits for me to respond. Yeah, but I think that's it for now, right? So hopefully next time you see us on an update, he will have another tooth. Hopefully he'll be saying mama or dada or hi or bye or some kind of specific word and not just babbling. And then once his tooth comes in, we're going to start brushing his teeth daily. I know someone asked me that in the comments on the last update. No, I do not brush his teeth daily. Every once in a while I'll do it when he's fussy or for fun. So really quickly before we go, I just wanted to do an update on me. Nothing has really changed much except for weight. I believe I was 159 or 158 pounds last update, and this update I'm 152 pounds. So hopefully for the next update I will be 148 pounds at the heaviest. And we're going to keep working out, or we're going to start working out and continue to portion control and try to eat a little bit healthier so we can reach our goals. You see that little thing that he's doing with his mouth? That's what he does, where he kind of like rubs his gums. That's what kind of makes me think that he's got a tooth coming in. Got teeth? Yeah? Got teeth? Got teeth, little boy? Okay, so I'm going to put him down and make some dinner. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Say bye-bye. Say bye, friends. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay? It's okay that all that stuff's dripping out. That's good. Okay? I'm gonna give another warm blanket.
It's okay. You start crying. You start crying.